Alright guys, I'm very excited today because if I know you guys and if I know my viewer base, I think you guys are really gonna like this shoe. This is actually a shoe that does have some nostalgic value for me. This particular pair itself, I will explain in a minute, but for those of you guys who don't know, the Nike Airship in general is a shoe that preluded the Jordan 1 and basically is known to be the prototype version of the Jordan 1. Jordan wore it on the court himself back in 1984, which was 1 year before 1985, which was when the Jordan 1 itself did drop. But you guys are about to see they bear a lot of similarities in common with themselves. Lately, they've been dropping a few different airships. I think they dropped a yellow one recently. They dropped an orange one at some point. However, this is the one that kind of got the ball rolling on the resurgence of the airship. These right here are the Maniere Nike airships in that royal blue colorway, which is the only colorway of the Maniere airship that is in existence right now. So if you guys have a different color, it is most certainly fake. I'm excited about this one because there's a lot of elements of this shoe to go over, so we can really talk in depth about this shoe, and I'll give you guys the backstory of how I ended up with this pair. Jumping into the box real quick, we have a really clean looking black and blue royal color scheme box. Nike on the front, Nike on the side, size tag on the other side. These are size 9. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box itself. On the bottom somewhere it does say Airship PE right there, and then inside there is a hidden booklet inside, which I've already took out, but besides that, pretty much just your regular Nike inside of a box. Jumping into the shoe itself, this is like a silhouette that's really not seen very often. Even though they have been releasing a few different colorways, I've actually never seen anyone wear them out in public. But on the lateral side, we got a predominantly white upper with a blue swoosh that is certainly bigger than a regular Nike Air Jordan 1 swoosh. And then this ankle collar is the other main hit of the shoe that is done up in that royal blue colorway. The rest is pretty much just white, so white toe box, and this whole shoe has just one material. It's pretty much all just that leather material. So on the medial side, same deal, got the big swoosh, got the blue ankle collar. On the front it says Nike Air Maniere, which does rhyme, and ironically similar to the big air bubble Nike Air Max that we just reviewed, the size tag is done in that OG fashion of just having the 9 instead of like the whole label, which I do not. Oh, actually this shoe does have the label, but it's just very hidden, and then this is more of an obvious touch. I personally believe that more Nike shoes should have it like that because it does look really clean and it's easy to see. Like even when you're walking, you can see what size the shoe is. The toe box is just a regular Jordan 1 looking toe box, but the engravings on the side are definitely different. These are not in the same places as a Jordan 1 would be. And then the back of the shoe looks the most different of all in my opinion, because you got like a very narrow looking back compared to a Jordan 1, and it does say Nike Air on the top, which is kind of interesting. You usually only see that on the later Jordan retros like the 3 and the 4, but not necessarily the Jordan 1. You never see Nike Air on Jordan 1. On the bottom you got a royal blue outsole, and then you got a white midsole right here. So let's jump into how I actually got this shoe. But before we do that, there is one detail of the shoe, excluding this Jumpman on the inside, which I didn't get over yet. It's going to be a bit tough to see. But on the back of the tongue, you have the detail that is the coolest of all of the details on the shoe itself. It is actually numbered. So right there, as you can see, this is pair number 785 out of 2,300 pairs. Obviously, the 2300 represents Jordan's number 23 that he played on the Chicago Bulls when he wore the shoe itself. But these are actually numbered, meaning that they are exceptionally limited. 2,300 pairs is no joke, and the amount that got sold to other people who are wearing them is probably a lot. So I probably would say there's around 1,000 dead stock pairs of the shoe left in circulation, this being one of them. And this is a pretty low number. This is below the first 1,000, being 785. Very, very cool in my opinion. That's probably like the main selling point of the shoe itself. On the other shoe, exact same deal, but you do have a spare pair of blue laces, which I think would match the shoe very, very well. Same exact deal besides that though. Same bottoms and everything. Just got the Nike on the back and what else. So, in terms of how I got this shoe, I entered for the shoe myself. Unfortunately, I was not able to cop it, but the main venue, the main store that was dropping this shoe is called Prosper. It's in Jersey City. And last August, so August of 2022, me, my trainer, and a friend of mine actually drove out to Prosper to enter the raffle. And once we entered the raffle, we both entered for a size 9 because he really, really wanted them. And I would have just given them to him if I had hit. But I didn't hit. He hit. He got them shipped to him. And he got number 785 out of the 2,300 pairs. So it was kind of like a part of the process to getting the shoe itself. And now it ends up in my hand, interestingly enough. Another very cool detail is this little booklet that comes with the shoe that says Airship in all red and white color scheme. On the back you have Nike's address right there, as you can see. And when we open it up, it's basically just a whole book about the Nike Airship itself. So I might as well just go through the pages briefly and just show you guys. You can pause it if you see fit. You should be able to see that pretty well. And yeah, it's basically just a pamphlet and a book that talks about the construction of the Nike Airship. As you can see, the shoe is definitely special. It's not like a regular GR, and there's really nothing else like it out there. It's very interesting to me that these are an Alma Maniere, because they don't match at all with the other Alma Manieres. You guys know I used to have the 4s, the Jordan 1s. I guess the Jordan 1s are a bit similar to this, but Alma Maniere usually doesn't use like royal and bread tones. They go for those neutral browns and violet ores. But with these, they stuck with the OG roots in the royal color scheme. And I think this shoe is insanely clean, but not something that I would spend $500 on, especially with so little pairs in circulation. Who knows if they're actually real at this point. Resale wise, I could definitely see these going up in the future, as there will never be another drop. I believe they pretty much only dropped at that one store. I looked them up on YouTube. I saw, I think, 3 videos on them total. So they're definitely a sought after shoe that is very rare. And yeah, definitely a nice shoe. Happy I was able to get in hand. Probably gonna end it off here though. So thank you for watching. Take care and I'll see you all later. Peace.